Hello traders and welcome to PL Capital's Market Review. All views and opinions expressed in this video are my own and do not constitute financial or trading advice. Today is Saturday, November 12th, and I want to look at higher time frames of the S&P and the Nasdaq, and more importantly, look at the dollar. I think the dollar is going to give some clarity to all this. But first let's start with the S&P. So let's get started. So I'm looking at the daily chart of the ES futures contract, the current contract. The continuous contract. So for a while, I've been looking at this whole move down as it was creating a leading diagonal. So I had 1, 2, 3, up for 3, down for 3, up for 3, and then here's a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3. So I thought this was all 1, and then we created 2, and now we're coming and we're creating a 1, 2, and a 3 coming down. But I just looked at this again, and I don't know how I did not see this, but see that? This up here broke that top. So this is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead, I look at this and to me it's very clear. This is 1, 2, 3 for W, 3 for X, 3 down for Y. Then we created a 3 wave up for an X. Here's that leading diagonal, 1, 2, 3, and that was for Z. So WXYXZ coming down. And then this is that June low, and that's when a lot of people, especially a lot of analysts, guest people on shows like CNBC, start talking about, the Fed is going to make a pause, if not even a pivot. And I didn't understand that reasoning, especially when Powell's saying things like, there's going to be some pain coming. So in the end, it just made a 1, 2, 3 correction. So bulls are going to look at this and say, this whole thing, this WXYXZ, that's your A move. So here's A. Oops. This is up for B, and we just made 5 waves down, and that's your. Move that up. We just made a C. So we got A, B, C, and we're off to the races. And given the price action Thursday and Friday, they should be feeling pretty good about that stance. I, on the other hand, still think that what we're doing is this is one whole correction. This is a connector. And now we're just starting the next wave down. So we only have one wave coming down. This is creating like the 2 or the B. And anyway, at least we're going to come down for a C. And then at that point, then the market could start to churn up higher, and we can start to look forward to taking out the high. But I still think we got at least one more leg down. And the reason is if we take a look at the dollar, and I'm going to zoom out to the weekly. Actually, let me go all the way out to the monthly. So back here, this is the financial crisis low, March of 08. And it's pretty easy to see. We got 1, 2, 3 waves up. So there's an A. Here's 3 waves down for a B. And then I see this whole thing is just one wave. So I'm sure back, when was this, 2017, I am sure that there were a lot of people looking and going, all right, here's one wave down. You got an A, a B, and a C, and now we're marching towards the low, breaking 70. But what happened was, this is just 3 waves down, and now we've obviously went straight up here. But if you take a quick look, let's take a quick look at the weekly. Zoom in on this. So here's that 1, and 2, and then we made an A, a B, and a C, and it didn't break the top, and then we made an A, a B, and a C down, and we didn't break the low. And so now we just made an A, a B, and a super extended C. So this is telling me that we are making an ending diagonal here. So we've got our 3 ways for A, 3 for B. This is 1, 2, and now we're going to have 5 waves up to complete C. So we're going to have 1, 2, and we need 5 waves for 3, and then this will complete A, B, and C. And then at that point, we'll determine if it's just creating 3 more waves down for 4 and then up for another wave for 5, and then this whole thing is a leading diagonal. But this will take probably a year to complete, so we got a lot of time to figure that out. But so I see this 1, 2, and then we got ABC for 1, ABC for 2, ABC for 3, and that's why I think in here, let me zoom in. I thought in this zone, it was where we would get a reaction, complete 4, and then go up for that final 5th wave. But if we really zoom in here, obviously we can see that this is really coming down hard. And there's, on the 1 hour, there's no divergence. 4 hour MACD, there's no divergence. So this has a lot, not a lot more, but it has a ways to go to complete. And if I go back to the 1 hour, I've got ABC, and I think that's an A, ABC, that's a B, and then we're going to get 5 waves coming down for the C wave, and that'll be 4, and then we're going up for 5. And so far, all we have is an ABC, so that'll be 1 of 5, ABC 2 of 5, and then we got little waves here. This is an ABC, ABC, and then we got, this is all the A. So we're going to have, this is 1 of 3, 2 of 3, we're going to have an A, B, come back down for C, and that'll be 3 of 3, up for 4, down for 5, and then that'll be 1, 2, and then that'll be 3, then we still got to go up for 4 and 5. So we're going to be in this area. Let me zoom back out. We're going to be in this area. I mean, just a lot of chop. I mean, this wave down, it could still fall for a little bit. Then we're going to get 3 waves up, and then 3 waves down. That'll complete the 3 of 3, and then we got 3 waves up for 4, and then 3 for. I mean, so it's just going to be chopping around, which kind of makes sense given the time period that we're going to be in. We don't have major economic news coming out that would move the market like it did last Thursday with the CPI coming out. Next CPI will be a huge movement day again. Like if inflation drops again, like the bulls are going to really go crazy. Market will go crazy. But then again, if inflation just stays the same, or if it would somehow go higher, then that could actually be the turning point when we're down here, and then we'd be starting to charge up. So I expect just a lot of chop around here. I don't think this purple zone is going to end. So the bottom here is like 105. I don't think that's going to hold. Like I said, we're going to have 3 ways up for 3 and 4 and 5, and then still got more ways. I think it's going to come down into maybe all the way down to like, what is that, 101.95? So like some 102, maybe 103, 104, somewhere in between or at the top of this green zone. I think that's where this ABC will end, and that's 4, and then we'll go up. So because the dollar then will get strong, that's why I don't, and strong meaning like it's going to go back and break 114. So all the companies again will be reporting, how the dollar is a major headwind for them next earnings season, or maybe two earnings seasons, first quarter of next year. That's why then I think, oops, let's, I think this is all just creating that one. This is creating a two, and then we're going down, or might just be like this is the A, a B, and then a C, and then that could be it. But that's why I think if we zoom in here and just look, so here was the leading diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, three-wave correction, and now we're going up, and so far we've got a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and it's a leading diagonal. So, and then we're going up for 5, but we haven't finished that off yet, and we still got more up to go, and it'll get, this is obviously getting pretty overextended. So when this corrects, then the dollar will get strong, and then the market will get strong, and the dollar will go back down. So the market's going to be choppy, and the dollar is going to be choppy for a while. So, and just taking a quick look at the Nasdaq, it's basically the same structure, a little different. We've got a leading diagonal. We have ABC. And we're going up for the fifth wave too. Interestingly, whew, the S&P, it didn't break that low on Thursday when CPI came out, and so there was a leading diagonal for 1, and then just came down but didn't break it, so that's a 2. And then exploded up, and I've got it like a 3, 4, 5, and that's just like the A, and then there was an ABC down. Let me zoom in. We got an ABC, and now we're making 5 waves up, and then that'll complete the 5. So, and this third wave might not even be done yet. I actually see like a couple small waves up still for 3, and then we'll come down for a 4, and then go back up for 5, which, that matches up well with what I see for the dollar, like just bouncing up and down. And the Nasdaq, though, like it broke on Thursday. It broke that low. So this whole thing was a 1, 2, and then that low came on Thursday. So this whole thing now is just 1, and it's creating a leading diagonal. So it's going to be chopping around 2, and needs a correction soon, and then but it'll definitely be breaking this top, and at least to 12,000, if not low 12 or to mid 12,000s. So that's what I see on those fronts. I think the dollar will be a headwind, and that'll cause the markets to have to turn around and go to their lows. So that's what I see. Love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. Bye.